Once upon a time, in a lush green forest, there lived a clever crow. Now this crow was no ordinary bird. His feathers were as black as ink, his eyes sparkled like polished jet, and his call was as loud and resonant as the deep-voiced thunder. All the animals in the forest knew him to be super intelligent. One day, this clever crow was perching on the branch of a tree and taking his bath. Suddenly, he heard a loud crash in the bushes below. Startled, the crow flew down to take a look, and there he saw a fox struggling to free himself from a hunter's snare. Now, usually a fox's cleverness is well known, but this one was so engrossed in his struggle that he hadn't realized the crow was watching. The crow cawed loudly, "Hey, Mr. Fox, need some help?" The fox looked up, saw the crow, and said, "Oh, thank you for your kind offer, but I am stuck fast and can't move." The crow understood what the fox wanted. With a loud caw, he picked up a stone in his beak and dropped it on the snare, breaking it and freeing the fox. The fox was out of the woods, or should I say the bushes, and the two became friends instantly. They decided to go hunting together, the clever crow and the greedy fox. On their first outing, they managed to catch a juicy lizard. The crow got the first bite and said, "You know, this friendship is like fine wine, gets better with time." The fox swallowed the lizard and said, "Well, I'll drink to that." Now this friendship was like oil and water. The crow was honest and the fox was cunning, so naturally they started fighting all the time. One day the bickering became so loud that all the animals gathered around them to see what the fuss was about. The lion, who was the king of the forest, asked them to settle their dispute by answering a riddle. The clever crow and the greedy fox looked at each other. Who would answer first? Finally, the crow put his paw up and said, "I know the answer." The lion nodded, pleased that they would finally be quiet. So the riddle was this: what is that which has no voice, yet we can hear it? Has no body, yet we can see it? Has no hands, yet we can touch it? The crow thought for a moment and said, "I know the answer. It is the wind." The fox thought otherwise. He wanted to outsmart the crow, so he said, "No, the answer is a shadow." The animals were confused. How could both be right? The lion too was scratching his head when suddenly the wise old owl hooted, "Why don't we ask the crow and the fox to show us the wind and the shadow they speak of?" The animals all turned to look at the crow and the fox. The two friends looked at each other and burst out laughing. They had tricked the lion and the rest of the animals, and from that day on, their friendship became even stronger. The secret of their friendship, you ask? Well, it lay in their differences. Opposites attract, don't they?